Happy full moon, Libra. It's time again. See what's in store. What you need to hear from the universe this full moon, Libra. The Hermit. Okay. I just heard keep to yourself. And even in terms of thoughts and feelings, you may feel even more inclined that way. There's a bit of this, sort of collective chaos still kind of bubbling around out there. And so for your own sake, to stay mindful and inward to your own thoughts and ideas at this time, not get distracted by sort of the group chatter, the group noise, even if it means, just mindfully removing yourself from any given situation, to be honest. It's just going to be, I almost feel, for your own better good in the end, Libra, okay? So where you're kind of being naturally drawn to take it slow, to go inward, to sort of withdraw a bit from the crowds and whatnot, go ahead and honor it, okay? Follow that hermit mode. All right, what will this full moon bring into your awareness? The Five of Pentacles, okay? So moving on and moving forward from maybe tougher times, the Five of Pentacles does lend itself to, with this hermit, slow action and activity. I'm really getting drawn to the more physical body in this case, Libra, okay? So I just want to say take it slow and easy, okay? And even where it might serve you to, I suppose, I don't want to just be so literal and direct, but things that may be a bit more healing physically, even if it is just stretching out, whatnot. I almost get that you could benefit, Libra, from really getting some adjustments maybe. So, safely, mindfully, whatnot. Of course, but you may need to revisit this full moon. Six of Pentacles. Okay, so in a way, reestablishing, and perhaps I'm almost hearing placing a bit of a focus on your long-term investments, okay? Almost as though, like with this hermit, going back to even certain relationships, not ideas, but just anything that you may have initiated in previous cycles. This may be a good time to check back in, okay, Libra? Advice for a smooth full moon. Four of Cups. Okay. So again, remember I was talking about just disengaging? I'm getting that vibe with the Four of Cups here. Where you may feel unable or unready to commit to certain choices, even if it's like about what to eat. If somebody wants to go and grab a bite to eat for lunch, or you're not even sure if you want to go, that kind of thing. Just like I said, it's better to just know yourself when you're kind of in a wavering mood, and just kind of, it's better to kind of like not trust that you're in a place to really stick to plans, so, and it's okay, but with that being said, make things easier on yourself by just taking, it's okay not to choose, okay? Just remember that. What type of downtime is your soul craving? Three of Wands. When I see this, I really want to say very simple and easy. It's like entertainment. I almost see this just as simple as watching TV or, reading a good book, just something that's going to give you a sense of lightness, putting your mind into a different perspective, bringing in the creative energy again. I kind of feel like you could use some of this fire, okay? Just that inspiration, something focusing, okay, your actions and activities. The Five of Pentacles speaks of recovering from losses, and so in some way, and so whether it's like I want to even say looking at your home, and let's say now you've been established in your home for so many years, it's like, oh, it's time for a new layer of paint. I don't know, you know what I mean? It's just things as easy as that. Little things to sort of brighten up I almost want to say just your immediate surroundings, your sacred space, your home space, that sort of thing, to help recenter and ground yourself, bring in a new vision, okay? And so with all that being said, have a great, bright, and blessed full moon, okay, Libra? Scorpio, full moon time. Are you ready? All right, Scorpio, what you'll need to hear from the universe this full moon. Three of Wands. Open up to your higher vision, your creative vision. You know, when you become really excited and it's inspired and playful, Scorpio, you really do have a playful soul, truly. And so with the energies coming through in this full moon, engage that brighter side, engage that those energies that are going to encourage your, I almost want to say, playful, creative, imaginative aspects and things like that. Okay, what will this full moon bring into your awareness? Four of Cups. Okay, so choices, and I don't know why I'm getting this, Scorpio, but certain areas of sacrifice, maybe. I suppose it's sacrificing your own sense of logic for trusting your heart. I know, Scorpio, you would be way more heart focused anyway. And so I suppose, you know what? This full moon may also kind of bring a sense of clarity to yourself, like where maybe you've overlooked certain choices or options before, like maybe where you may have denied yourself a choice or a decision, you know what I mean? And just kind of say, oh yeah, you know, that would never be for me. I could never do this or that. But now you're like, maybe I could. Maybe that could be something that I could step into. Like maybe, for example, you didn't consider yourself capable of being a writer, you know, but now you're like, maybe I do have something worth writing or worth saying. Okay. What you may need to revisit this full moon. Son of Swords, what did I say? Oh my goodness, the Son of Swords, say what needs to be said. Don't hold back, okay? Just let it fly. That air energy, like holding that pen and letting loose, okay? Wherever you have held stuff in, like held back, even in conversations, in relationships, you know, you're going to be gaining a whole new bright perspective on things, on maybe even where you've allowed certain behaviors to kind of be tolerated that shouldn't be, for example. And so I get you really standing up for yourself and owning your voice and speaking out a bit more, you know, with this full moon being encouraging, even if it's not like in anger or in like with aggression in that sort of way. There is this element of, again, that sharp wit, that sharp sort of tongue coming through, and again, having something to say, having something to express, very much from the intellectual. Okay, so advice for a smooth full moon. Four of Pentacles. Okay, so stay grounded, stay focused on your center. I almost see this very akin to your nature, Scorpio, just with kind of that I don't know, this Four of Pentacles gives me this vibe of being like low to the ground, you know, like gears. And I just think of the Scorpio and how the form of the Scorpio can just be so low to the ground in that way. But that gives you a good vantage point of being sensitive to the energies, you know, the earth energies as well in that way. So grounding your energies, okay? Big time, staying inward. Even, I almost want to say, I don't know why I'm going to use this phrase, but like maximizing your time and energy, or finding those areas to maximize your time and energy, because, you know, I almost feel like there's, again, this, when I look at the Four of Pentacles, I think of the emphasis on health and wellness as well. So just kind of, you know, focus on, this always comes up for me with Scorpios, but the digestive system and things like that. And just being mindful, you know, in that way to just support the digestive system. It's going to help give you so much more kind of balance and clarity in that way. But of course, get that advice medically, you know, where you need to. This is not medical advice. I have to say that. Sorry, Scorpio, I'm being a little bit freaky. What type of vacation is your soul craving? The Magician. All right, so with the Magician here, all right, like I said, So focus on staying grounded, making things happen, taking action in the here and now. The Four of Pentacles with this Magician also gives me this kind of nod to just kind of guide you again in finding a sense of your, like, just a circuit in your day to day, a consistency in your day to day, creating a sort of routine for yourself more than anything, okay? And so again, with the Magician in mind of what type of vacation your soul is craving, I almost get play. With the Magician is an alchemist, you know, the master of all of the elements. And so I feel like with the cheetah, that I'm seeing that fire energy and that the speed and being out in the sunlight, even with this Three of Wands, focusing on the inspiration, and the Son of Swords with that swiftness coming through in the air. It's really taking, or rather making use of the moments where you truly feel authentically inspired to take action. Just go ahead and let yourself kind of fly free in that case, okay, Scorpio? And have a great full moon. Sagittarius, it's full moon time. Are you ready to see what's in store? All right. What you need to hear from the universe this full moon, Sag. Strength. Okay. So I don't want to be obvious, but I heard, okay, stay strong, stay focused, keep your, I guess, when I say pride, I suppose I mean sense of self, authority, and presence. Keep that all very much in mind and take it to heart that you are showing up and you really are doing a good job. Okay, Sag. I know it may seem like part of the work that you're putting in right now. It's like, oh my gosh, how much longer am I going to be putting forth this effort? Even though, you know, you may have a little bit of a gauge on timing, perhaps the type of effort that you have found yourself stepping into, you know, with taking steps into the next levels comes certain adjustment periods in terms of kind of refining our balance, right, and our input-output type levels. And so that's kind of what I'm seeing in this case for you, Sagittarius, to keep in mind, knowing that you're doing a good job and to have faith and keep going, okay? So what will this full moon bring into your awareness? Three of Wands. So opening up to, you see where that line has its focus? I see this sometimes as that third eye vision. Trust your knowing. Okay? I feel like where this is the warmth from the sun and being very in the kind of, whoa, like I'm a little drained, right? The Three of Wands has some of that pep to the energy, that more rainbow energy that's there. So it gives you something to look forward to, okay? So that being said, this full moon should sort of open things up for you to say, oh yes, this is why I'm putting in the effort and I'm almost there, like I was saying, okay? So what you may need to revisit this full moon, the world, the bigger picture. That makes sense, very fair. Knowing again that you are on track, and that maybe part of the overwhelm again is that there's just so much that's opening up. You know, it's just with these again new levels, there's opportunities that are going to be opening up that you never even expected. And so again, just kind of taking it in, keeping in mind that you're going to get there, okay? You're going to get there and you're going to have a chance to sort of experience all of it as you'd like in your own time and order. So, you know, take it easy, take a breath, kick back a little bit, focus. It's almost like if you were in a waiting room, I would tell you to go in like sit in the easy chair or whatnot, the recliner chair, and put on like a good movie and kick back, all right? Or, you know, go out and play, whatever suits you, whatever inspires you, and that feels good for you. So advice for a smooth full moon, yeah, Daughter of Pentacles, go with the flow, go with the flow. Okay, where it comes toward exerting yourself physically, taking action, let go of the expectations. Things are going to come together. Okay, everything's coming together. You don't have to push. You don't have to do anything more than you've been doing and then what you are doing. Okay, and so for you, now that you have, again, you've come to these next levels. These are spaces for you to have some new beginnings. And so in that case, you know, enjoy yourself and remember that this picture that you're focusing on, Okay, what's being brought into your awareness, the things that you're kind of wanting to hold space for and create for the future, it's all coming together beyond your own awareness. Okay, and so what type of downtime is your soul craving? The sun. Yeah, being present to the moment. You've got some really beautiful, lovely energies. You know, I feel comfort around Sag. I feel you know, you can breathe a sigh of relief a bit. There's some playful stuff, playful vibes that are there. Things that are really going to be, I feel, supportive and nurturing to you as, I mean, just your natural sort of fiery element. Okay, to both go with the flow, have fun, get things done, and just enjoy the moment and take it in for what it is as well. Okay, so definitely some new beginnings. Definitely, I get a lot of productivity that you wouldn't even, it's like you're in this mode for things to be really coming together and building up, and you've already initiated everything, so just let it happen. All right, and have a great full moon, Sag. Capricorn, it's full moon time. Let's see what's in store. What you need to hear from the universe this full moon, Capricorn? Wheel of Fortune. Okay, first thing I heard, take it easy. You're going to be in a space to really lock into your core wisdom and your own sort of, I don't know about necessarily like spiritual sense of things, but just considerations for the future. You know, the Wheel of Fortune is that karmic wheel of just the life journey, right? And it's neither up nor down, day or night, that sort of thing. It's the just no I'm sorry, going with the flow, trusting in your senses, trusting in knowing that there are, you know, while we may have certain destinations that we choose to head toward, it's more about how we want to get there, right? Than the fact that, okay, I'm just going to take the shortest route possible. Although, hey, maybe we might like that and might want to take that, right, Capricorn? But in this case, it's saying, hey, you've learned some lessons by now. So take that little extra moment of pause, that extra minute to consider things based on what you've already kind of been through. You can make it easier on yourself this time around, okay? So what will this full moon bring into your awareness? Yep. There's these wands, all of that pause to review. What is really worth it for you to take on? What's really worth it for you to want to plow through this time? I know, Capricorn, I know that you've got more than what it takes to make things happen. But the fact of the matter is, do you really need to punish yourself to prove anything to yourself anymore? You know, you're not proving anything to anyone else. And so don't drain yourself here. You know, don't be so hard on yourself. It's okay to take the easier path, especially if it's going to get you to that destination with a greater sense of joy, of ease. You know what I mean? If it's easier and if it's a bit more effortless, okay, and you've learned these lessons, you've been through these sort of initiations, life initiations, right? Then why bother yourself having to go through it again? Seriously. So what you might need to revisit this full moon, Six of Pentacles. So I'm always getting nurturing and focusing on those long-term sort of goals, dreams, relationships for that matter, those things that you are wanting to develop in the long term. I tend to think of the Six of Pentacles as seeing things like a return on your investment, something that's going to be ongoing. So those areas of your actual physical daily life that you hold space to like maintain and sustain throughout your life, that's where this full moon may be bringing your attention. Like what matters most. You know what I mean? It's like the thrill of things, because wands is about motivation. It's about passions and, ooh, what am I going to go out there and do? Like I'm going to take on that staircase and how am I going to take it on? Thinking of it in that way. You know what I mean? The Six of Pentacles is like, well, okay, I really want to take care of this particular energy because has roots. It bears fruit. You know, it gives me life sustaining stuff here. So it's something that I'm going to start focusing on, something that's more life sustaining rather than life draining. Okay. So advice for a smooth full moon. Yep. Eight of Swords. Yep. Thinking, pausing, taking that moment to consider, okay? Knowing that sometimes we don't always have to rush into things to get it done. Taking that extra moment of pause just to tweak our plan, tweak our idea just a little bit might actually help us even better, even more rather, in the long run, okay? So what type of vacation is your soul craving? New beginnings, judgment. Okay, peaceful new beginnings. Like I said, taking things through a bit more of an easier route, not having to, just because you have championed the dark night of the soul, just because you have overcome the great beast, do you really need to go back and do it again? No. And that's what judgment says. So it's saying with the karmic wheel, the karmic cycle, you also have a choice to re-engage old patterns and things that don't serve you anymore. You've been there, you've done that. Focus on what's true to you. You know, and you're in that mode. It's gonna all add up and make sense soon. You've been doing the work. It's all about, you know, when you start to make those breakthroughs and new choices and new decisions, it's a little bit of a shift and a transition that's happening. So that's all there is to it, okay? And have a beautiful and blessed full moon, Capricorn. Aquarius, ready to see what the full moon has to say? All right, Aquarius, what you need to hear from the universe this full moon. Three of Pentacles, collaboration. First thing I'm hearing, Aquarius, be open to sharing. Be open to sharing your knowledge, your ideas. You're in safe company. You're in good company. You're with people who do mean you well. For a change. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope that applies. But truly, you're in good company where I want to say business and career matters are going to be concerned. So, you know, I'm not saying, oh yeah, just trust any old thing that comes along. But where you've really done your due diligence, take a step, breathe, you know, and even if it's that it's you bringing your own particular aspects of business or life, whatever, your own ways of doing things together, trust this process and the steps that you're in, because it truly is going to be something that you are creating structure for a long term, for something bigger. Okay, so what will this full moon bring into your awareness? The Ace of Swords. There's that trust, clarity of thought. Okay, firing up of these ideas, potential collaborations, whether again the collaborations are with people and or again with your particular goals and things that you're putting together, whatnot. Okay, the Ace of Swords here, in terms of what's being brought into your awareness, telling you that you're ready. You are in a place to initiate your goals, your ideas, the plans into action. Okay, so go ahead and trust it. Well, you may need to revisit this full moon, Four of Swords. So what did I say? Trust yourself. Relax, relax, relax the mind. Breathe. Okay, Aquarius, you have all that air. We want to harness it into something solid that you can wield. Hence the Ace of Swords, the air with that ace. And so, you know, visualize yourself. Just breathe. You know, even just breathing, doing some breath work to just ground, center, and align, to release any and all thoughts that are just not serving you anymore. Okay, so take that time to just ground and breathe. Advice for a smooth full moon. Six of Swords are more breathing, peaceful transitions, allowing things to go with the flow. You know, like I said, I almost want to just reiterate that aspect of knowing that your environment, where you are, you're surrounded by some good vibes right now. I mean, look at this, is really nice energy. And with the air that we have here, an ace, the 4, the 6, these are very sort of, you know, with the new beginnings, it's like gentle and easy, peaceful. It's nice. Okay, it's not like blah. Okay, so what sort of vacation is your soul craving? The Chariot. Yeah, I'm getting, you know, even though this is the Chariot, I hear structure and then balance and order coming in. The physical aspect of things, you may be having a lot going on and really sort of making some I guess, breakthrough type steps for you. I feel like, you know, more than anything, being able to put some of that air energy to use is kind of what your soul is craving. And maybe with that, right, you know, I don't know, maybe it is in this case, the work and play balance, I guess, is what I'm really kind of seeing here. So I guess it's like really wanting to get your working career stuff lined up so you can go out and just have fun, I suppose. You know what I mean? But finding that balance and letting yourself enjoy the process as you move forward, because this may be, you know, like with the transitions and whatnot, with where you're heading with this particular Three of Pentacles, this is likely to be, you know, an ongoing sort of situation, a positive ongoing situation. So pace yourself, okay? And have a wonderful and blessed full moon, Aquarius. Pisces, it's full moon time. Let's see what's in store. All right, what you need to hear from the universe this full moon, Pisces. Justice. Okay. Okay. Fairness, balance, order, structure, things falling into place that you have been holding out for, perhaps in many ways. Realizations, self-realizations. I keep hearing, you know, structure and balance in a lot of ways. So I don't know how that might apply for you, Pisces, in your day-to-day, but maybe feeling a little bit more whole and complete in who you are, where you are, that sort of thing, you know, at this point in your life. So I'm getting a little bit of somewhat a self-check mode at this time, and, you know, see how you feel about that, because I know Pisces, you know, you have that very sort of emotion energy, feeling energy going on. And so with Justice, I get a lot of this energy of boundaries. So you may be in a place where you're kind of wanting to exert boundaries yourself. So what will this full moon bring into your awareness? Six of Pentacles. So where relationships are concerned, I almost hear sort of measuring, balancing, weighing your sort of exchanges and the give and take aspects of your, you know, your relationships, even in just the day-to-day sense, making sense of where you're really sort of investing your time and value with your own energies, okay? Seeing what's worthwhile. That being said, you know, for you moving forward, what's going to be continuing to feed you, nurture you, and support you moving forward? Excuse me. Well, you need to revisit this full moon. Six of Cups. So there's the Six of Pentacles, Six of Cups. You know, the six energies, indicate harmony. Okay, justice, balance. A lot of these energies of balance coming through with the Six of Cups in terms of what you may be, or rather may need to revisit this full moon. I'm hearing just soulful energies, things that are going to be energetically, emotionally soothing to your soul, hearkening good times. You know, when you think about the Six of Cups, it's all about just those feel-good relationships, family, friends. You think about those kinds of bonds that you would have as a child, those kinds of friendships and companionship more than anything is what I'm, you know, kind of vibing on here. And again, bringing balance in those ways, and or seeing where, you know, you might be missing some of that energy and maybe wanting to call it in. Okay, so advice for a smooth full moon. The High Priestess. Okay, Pisces. So there's these really clear energies of intuition coming through. Intuition that is detached, you know, that can be non-biased, if that makes sense. And so again, looking at your relationships, your exchanges, where you've been doing giving and taking and whatnot, and sort of going inward and saying, okay, who am I now? Where do I see all of these sort of energies going in, you know, moving forward? And what do I need from this point, you know, just to kind of honor who I am here and now. Okay, what type of downtime is your soul craving this full moon? Five of Pentacles. Okay, so moving forward and onward, having a bit of recovery. You know, these energies with Justice, the High Priestess, even with the Six of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, they're rooted. These are on pause, okay? Pisces, you're that sort of moving, the fishy energy, you know? And when it's a pause mode, you get, it's the, I think of a shark, you know, because sharks can, they're not like, they can kind of like, they're not staying still or anything, but they're just that sort of ability to be stealthy, like with the cats and the tiger type energy. And so it's trusting that, you know, those higher sort of senses, okay, and allowing yourself a space to, you know, if you need to, grieve. Wherever, kind of, even in your own physical form, you might be feeling like achy. It might just even be muscular. It might just be like, oh my gosh, like, you know, I just need a massage, something like that. And you know, when I see these energies as well, again, those heightened senses, the nervous system, I'm actually getting that a lot here, Pisces. Okay, so I feel like honor, you know, doing, maybe even if it calls to you, if you're able to, things like body work, and whatever it is that's going to kind of support you, like stretching, and aligning, balancing and harmonizing your, like your meridians and that kind of thing, okay, more than anything, because I feel these aspects of rooting, you know, you rooting, finding your roots, nurturing your roots, and I just mean your own body from the ground up physically. And so going inward and doing a little bit of a self-check, self-review, seeing what you need, the types of friendships, you know what I mean, that even just day-to-day exchanges that are going to be supportive, and nurturing to you at this point moving forward. All right, so have a beautiful and blessed full moon, Pisces, and take care.